Hello, everyone, and welcome to Checkpoint. Yes, I'm really excited to be with you again today. Is your host, Dr. Ifeoma Eze, and I'm here with another beautiful episode of Checkpoint. Today, I'd like to start as usual by saying thank you, and thank you again for all that you do for us here at Checkpoint. Thank you for your likes. Thank you for sharing our videos. Thank you for your beautiful comments. And thank you, most importantly, for subscribing to my YouTube channel. Now, because of all that you do, our message is reaching a wider audience, and I have you to thank for it. So welcome again to Checkpoint. You know how we roll. Go ahead, invite your friends, your relations, your associates, and your neighbors. Let them know it's time for Checkpoint, and I can't wait to share the beautiful things I have with you today. Don't go anywhere. I'll be right back after the break. Welcome back. Now, today on Checkpoint, I have a very interesting topic for you. And this topic is the 7 levels of fulfillment. The 7 levels of fulfillment. I'll be taking you through these levels of fulfillment so that you understand what life is all about. The truth of the matter is this: everyone in this life craves for certain levels of fulfillment. So at every given time, you will see each person desiring fulfillment in one area or the other area. Sometimes we may not even be able to pick the particular thing that we truly desire. But then when we look at our lives and the things I'll be sharing with you, you will see that there is something we call the concept of fulfillment, the concept of the 7 levels of fulfillment. This will help you greatly to understand the psychological needs that you have, the spiritual needs that you have, the personal development needs that you have, and how you can best fulfill these needs. So please ride with me today. I'll be sharing with these details with you. Let somebody know, tell somebody to tell somebody that Checkpoint is on right now, and today we are sharing on the 7 levels of fulfillment. Now, let me start quickly by telling you number one level of fulfillment is the level that we call the survival level. The survival level. This level of fulfillment basically has to do with being able to meet basic needs like food, shelter, clothing, health, and safety. Now, these are the basic needs of every human being. Everyone in life, before they begin to crave for higher levels, before they begin to crave for other needs in life, other areas of fulfillment, they first and foremost focus on the survival level of fulfillment. This survival level of fulfillment is something you can also call the basic needs level of fulfillment. Now, it includes financial stability, it includes having physical health, it includes having shelter, being able to have a place where a roof over your head. It includes even avoid freedom from danger, all right, where you feel very safe in your environment, where you are comfortable. Now, it is this level that many people, when they get, at least they are not in fear, they are not panicking, they are not having anxiety, simply because this is a certain level of fulfillment. Now, no matter who you are, everybody would first and foremost fulfill this level of fulfillment before they begin to crave higher levels of fulfillment. And this is why it is important that you have something you are doing for your life in order to escape and have freedom from poverty. It is important that you have steps or habits that you have cultivated in order to ensure that your mental health and your physical health is in order. You also need to ensure that you are not stressed out about the lack in your life or stressed out about imminent danger in your life. And these are the ways through which you can actually experience the survival or basic needs fulfillment level. For some, it's different. For some, it's a serious pressure. All right, talk about somebody who is on the street right now. So talk about somebody who is homeless right now. The only thing they need, they don't need to feel good about anything. They just want to have shelter. Some of them just want to be safe from danger, safe from bullets, safe from war, safe from problems. They just want to experience safety. All right, they just want to experience stability, and this is the level we call the survival level of fulfillment. Did you get that? All right, so let's talk about number 2 level of fulfillment. So the second level of fulfillment is the fulfillment we call the achievement level of fulfillment. That's the second level of fulfillment, the achievement level of fulfillment. When we talk about the achievement level of fulfillment, this is the kind of fulfillment that comes when someone, an individual, you watching right now, you are able to achieve your goals, you are able to achieve set targets, you are able to gain recognition of some kind, maybe because of the work that you have done. You are able to build confidence, maybe in your skills, or in your capacity, or your potential. All right, this comes from you being able to achieve your goals, and that's what we call it, the achievement level of fulfillment. Now, this is way higher than the basic needs level of fulfillment. The basic need level of fulfillment, you just want basic needs: food, shelter, clothing, stable job, safety. These are basic needs. But at this point, you already have those. All right, so but you want to be able to achieve your dreams, you want to be able to achieve set goals, you want to be able to meet up with deadlines, you want to be able to build confidence in your skills, in your potential, in your capacity. This is what we refer to as achievement goals. At this level of fulfillment, this is the same level that we experience self-esteem. All right, we experience professional wins, we experience personal success, we experience academic achievement, whatever kind of thing that you refer to as an achievement in your life. This is the level. That is just level 2. All right, remember, we're talking about, we have 7 more levels. All right, 7 levels altogether. So this is the level where you have achieved something and you are comfortable, you are happy, you are satisfied, you are proud of yourself for having achieved that thing that you set out to achieve. It could be an academic work, it could be career based, it could even be a relationship, but whatever it is makes you to set a target and you're able to achieve it. This gives you that level of fulfillment. Now, you need to know that if this level of fulfillment is not checked, if it remains unchecked, people will have the tendency to idolize success. They will have the tendency to make their worth to be based on their performance. All right, they begin to tie their worth to their performance. So because they did well, because they achieved success, they will assume that that is what they are worth. So it's important that while you enjoy your successes, while you enjoy your achievements, it's pertinent that you do not idolize that success. Let me tell you one truth that many people do not know. Many people have gotten stuck in life because they over celebrated a certain level of success yesterday, because they over celebrated a certain level of achievement in the time past, and they peaked at that moment. No matter what you have achieved, no matter what you can count as success, you need to know this, that there is still more success in front of you. There is still more achievement in front of you. All right, this is just one level, and you can do much better. You can go higher, you can achieve more, you can become all that you want to be. This is not the best of you. So the fact that you achieved this last year, or last 2 years, or last 3 years, well done. So celebrate on your wins, but don't rest on your oars. That is not yet El Dorado. That is not yet Uhuru. You have achieved something. Yes, we cannot deny that. But don't rest there. Don't idolize success so much that you do not grow from that point, that you do not become better from that point, that you advance more. You clap for yourself, you celebrate your wins, and you tell yourself, I can do better, I can do much more, and you keep pushing yourself forward. So this is number 2, the achievement level of fulfillment. So let's talk about number 3. Number 3 level of fulfillment is the kind of level that we call the relationship level of fulfillment. Relationship level of fulfillment. At this level of fulfillment, you have feelings of belongingness. All right, you feel like you belong to a group, you feel like you belong to a family, you feel loved, you feel accepted, you feel recognized, you feel like a part of something big, right? So this is the level, the relationship level of fulfillment. At this level, you have meaningful relationships. This could be family members, this could be friends, this could be romantic partners, a husband, a wife, even a community, all right, or even a group of workers, colleagues. This, at this level of fulfillment, you feel fulfilled because you belong to a company. At this level of fulfillment, you feel good about life, you feel good about yourself, because you know that you're not alone, that you have a group of people who truly have your back, you have a group of people who truly care about you, you have a group of people who you can just sit down and gist with and talk things through, and then you feel good about yourself. This is called the relationship fulfillment. All right, so it makes you have these feelings of belongingness. At this level, fulfillment comes from feeling accepted, from being known. All right, you know that people know you, and from also feeling emotional safety. So what gives you fulfillment at this level is that you know that people know you, you know that the people that know you, they accept you, they love you, they care about you, and you also feel emotionally safe from trauma, safe from harassment, safe from being undermined or rejected, looked down upon. You feel emotional safety. You see yourself amongst a group of people who truly care about you, who will not use you and dump you, you know, that kind of situation. So that is what happens when you have relationship fulfillment. All right, the lack of this kind of relationship fulfillment can lead to loneliness, it can lead to depression, it can even lead to feelings of rejection, or even one concept that is called toxic dependency. In fact, I'm going to be making a video sometime in the future about toxic dependency. This is a situation whereby you are depending on someone so badly that you know this person is not good for you, you know this person is not right for you, you know that your relationship that you have with this person is toxic, it's unhealthy for you, it's not helping you to advance, it's not helping you to become a better person, it's not helping you to become who you are supposed to be and rise to your full potential. You know, that is what we call toxic dependency. There are many people who are in relationships they have no business being in. There are many people who are hanging on to relationships that they shouldn't even be there in the first place. And you need to understand this, that your relationship has to align with your value system. Let me say this again. Your relationship has to align with your value system. If you do not allow your relationships to align with your value system, what happens is that different kinds of people will come your way, and some of them will really create serious scars and injury to your life and to your destiny. And this is why you have to open your eyes, be observant, and be watchful and be sensitive, so that you do not fall prey to some predators out there. There are many predators out there looking for young people, looking for vulnerable people to deal with, and this is something you cannot allow in your life. You have to choose differently, you have to choose better. Make sure that your relationship aligns with your value system, and most importantly, make sure that your relationship aligns with your faith. I don't know where you are, but I know that you're a believer, and being a believer, relationships that are outside your faith should not be an option for you. Even the Bible tells us very clearly that we should not be unequally yoked, that there is no relationship between light and darkness, which means that even in your relationships, you have to choose carefully, you have to be sensitive, and make sure that that relationship aligns with the faith that you have, that it aligns with your value system, and that way you'll be sure to get the right relationship. So relationship fulfillment. Do you know that it is because of this relationship fulfillment that some young people find themselves in cults, in secret societies, and places that give them that create serious damage to their destiny, simply because they want to have these feelings of belongingness. And this is why it is so important that we give people room, we make room for people to feel comfortable all around us. Okay, don't throw people into the bin, don't throw them into the garbage, give them time. I know people can hurt, they have hurt me so many times, more times than I can recall, but the truth of the matter is this: it doesn't matter how many times they have hurt you don't become that person that begins to bleed on other people who do not hurt you. Don't bleed on other people who did not hurt you. You are better than your trauma. You are better than your challenges. You are better than your pain. You are better than the circumstances that surrounded your growing up. You can choose better and you can do better. Relationship fulfillment is so key. And something else that comes to mind, in fact, somebody was having a conversation with me the last time, and how he started this conversation was that he picked up a post on social media, and this post was talking about somebody who went to church and was scolded in church for picking his call right there in church. But then he went to the bar, and in the state of mind that he was so moody, he was so downcast. And then some other guys met him at the bar and said, oh boy, don't worry about whatever is going in your life, we are going to take care of you. And they supplied him plenty drinks, and he drank, and the drinks were completely free, and they extended a hand of brotherhood to him. And he was trying to say that people who are not even in the church care for people much more than those who are in the church. I want to believe that you making calls or picking your calls inside the church auditorium is wrong by all standards. All right, if whether you are a Christian, whether you're a believer, you know that every place has their rules and regulations and the order with which they function. So while it is not okay, I don't know the manner in which he was corrected, but the truth of the matter is this: no matter how bad it gets, you don't make up your mind to fall for the devil. In fact, the response I gave to him that day was this. I told him, do you know how a person goes to the market and buys a chicken or buys a goat for Christmas party or for Easter party or for a celebration, a birthday party? Do you know what the person does when the person buys the chicken or the goat? They bring it home and they begin to feed it. They feed it and feed it fat. They give it everything it needs, everything it requires. They feed it morning, afternoon, and night. And when they feed this chicken or they feed this goat, I'm sure in the mind of the chicken or the goats, they'll be so happy. Oh, see how well I am fed. See how well I am taken care of. Somebody is taking out time to feed me and make me feel good. But what they do not know is that all of that feeding, all of that care, all of that pampering, all of that protection is not for the sake or for the well-being of the chicken or the goat. The essence, the overall essence of feeding that chicken or feeding that goat, of caring for that chicken or caring for that goat, is so that on the day they will be slaughtered for food, they would have ample meat for the benefit and for the yummy enjoyment of the person eating it. So when the devil decides to offer you free beer, offer you free alcohol, take good care of you at the bar or at the brothel, and they are pampering you and they're giving you all the nice things, and you think, well, they love me much more than the church does, they take care of me much more than the church does. Listen, the truth of the matter is this: it is not a function of love. It is the devil that really wants to destroy you that is pampering you. It is the devil that really wants to take away your life that is pampering you. It's the devil that wants to make a mincemeat of your life that is the one that is pampering you. So you don't say, oh, because they took better care of me at the bar or at the brothel, they love me much more than church people do. And then for that sake, you just give your life to them. The devil has won the matter in your life and you cannot be deceived, all right? The Bible tells us that we are not ignorant of the devices of the evil one. We're not ignorant of the devices of the devil. We know his strategies, we know his plan, and the Bible tells us we should resist the devil and he will flee from us. Because we know better, we of course we have to do better. In case you just joined us and you've just joined me at this point, please, I want to beg of you, go back to the beginning of this video and enjoy this video from the very beginning. There's a lot to learn, and I believe in my heart that your life will be heavily impacted. Remember that at Checkpoint, we equip, we edify, and we empower you with information that helps you to become a better version of yourself. So do yourself a world of favor and keep watching. All right, so let's talk about number 4. Number 4 level of fulfillment is the kind of level of fulfillment that we call identity fulfillment. Identity fulfillment. Now, this level of fulfillment is the level of fulfillment that comes when you have been able to identify who you are and what you want. This is a level where self-awareness is key. It is at this level that you begin to explore your inner self. It is at this level that you begin to identify your real personality. It is at this level that you are able to identify your solid belief systems and the patterns that you have put in your life to ensure that you become who you are meant to be. It is at this level that you solidify your values. So identity fulfillment is a level at which you are properly self-aware, you are in tune with who you are, you understand your strengths, you understand your weaknesses, you understand the opportunities that present themselves for you in life, you also understand the threats that are against your existence, and you make quality decisions. All right, true fulfillment comes at this level because you have ascended a level of authenticity. It is at this level you understand yourself so well that you're not struggling to be like everybody. You're not trying to talk like any other person. You're not trying to become like any other person. You're not trying to dress like any other person. You're not trying to sound like any other person. It is at this point that you experience true fulfillment in the area of authenticity. You are your authentic self. You are not trying to become like anybody. You are trying to become the best version of yourself. At this level, you are not fighting for, you are not trying to figure out who you are. You have figured out who you are. You have figured out what your strengths are. You have figured out what your limits are. You already have emotional healing from all your traumas. You are not expressing trauma. You are not identifying. You are not becoming your trauma. You are not exhibiting your trauma. You already have emotional healing, and you have a place of understanding in your mind of who you are. It is at this level that self-contentment is key. At this level, you don't want anything else. You are not trying to become anything else. You know who you are. You know what you are capable of doing. You know why you came here on earth. You know what you are doing with your life. You know the people you need in your life. You know how you are feeling per time. You know what is going on in your life. You know your areas of advantage, and you know the areas where you do not have advantage in. This is the level where you confront your marks. All right, the marks you have used to mask yourself over the years, your cover, the things you have used to cover yourself. It is at this level that you do not have any fear of judgment. At this level, I remember I got to this level some years back, right? And when I understood who I was, the kind of potentials I carry, the kind of capacity I have for this generation, I stopped bothering. Whatever you say about me, if I hear it, it is true. It is okay. I have no time for argument. I'm not even trying to prove a point to anyone. It is at this level that you stop trying to prove points to anyone, because you already know who you are. You have, at this point, at this level, you have escaped people pleasing. You are no longer trying to please anybody. You are not trying to make people happy. You are just being yourself. You are just being who you are supposed to be. You are just being who God made you to be. All right, you are exhibiting your full self. Your people pleasing tendencies are already in the past. You are not trying to make anybody feel good about themselves. You are just exuding the real you, the person that you are are for real. And it doesn't matter what they think about it. You see, one thing I want to tell you in this life is this: when you want to do something that nobody has done before, everybody will say, hey, don't do that. Nobody has done this before. Everybody that did it failed. If you persist and keep doing that thing, they will say, oh, she's just stubborn. Oh, he's just stubborn. Eventually, they will fail. Don't worry. Very soon, he will come back. Very soon, she will come back crying, and they'll keep saying all manner of things, but persist. When you keep persisting, they'll begin to take note. Oh, this guy looks like he's up to something. This lady looks like she's really loaded and she's up to something. Because you persisted, the narrative is changing. People will begin to look at you like, oh, wait, it looks like he has some sense going on. Wait, it looks like she has something going on. And eventually, when you persist further, they will look at you, the same people that looked at you and told you it was not possible and said that you were wasting time and said you didn't know what you were doing. The same people will look at you and they will say, this is a role model. This is somebody to be mentored. I want to tell you something. I'm not going to mention names, but if you know the landscape of Nigeria, something has been ongoing for a while, and a particular woman has dared the impossible. You know, she has kept fighting. She has kept to her faith, to what she believed in, and she kept fighting. Initially, everybody was like, oh, we don't want shouters. We don't want people who overreact and stuff like that. Now, she's now a role model. Everybody's calling her Deborah. Others are calling her an Esther. They are calling her all wonderful names, role model. In fact, some people are even saying that she's a potential president in the near future. Why are all of them saying this? Simply because she refused to give up. I want to tell you for a fact, don't give up. It doesn't matter what's happening in your life, don't give up. It doesn't matter how difficult it is, don't give up on your dreams. What have you dreamt about? What future have you seen? What have you seen in your mind's eye? What have you prayed about that looks like it's about to become true? It's about to happen. Don't give up on yourself. Don't give up on your dreams. Don't allow people's opinions to hold you back and make you feel like don't amount to anything. You are not going to become everything that God has ordained for you to be. At this point, let go of fear of judgment. Whatever they say about you, allow them to hold on to that narrative. You see, I always say something, and that quote of mine is something that everybody needs to look into. I always say that the reason why I stand up whenever life throws me down is because I don't want the story of my life to be told shabbily. I want to be alive and tell my own stories and give people the version of my story that they must tell, because any other thing they say other than that is a counterfeit, is an error, and that opinion is null and void because I have told the true version of the story. Don't allow your story to be told shabbily. Don't allow the path, the person that you are, the gifts of God in you, the potentials, the skills, and the abilities of God in your life to be told shabbily. It cannot be told shabbily. God has invested so much in you that it is time for your manifestation, that it is time for you to become who you are meant to be. So identify who you are in God, identify who you are in God's eye, and exhibit that light. Let your light so shine before men that men will see it and they will glorify your Father who is in heaven. You are loaded, you are packed full, you are capable, you are resilient, you are worthy, and you deserve every good thing that is happening in your life now. Let your identity be settled. Let your identity be settled. Make sure in your heart that you have a settled identity, and that this identity does not jump off from what people say, does not jump off from what their opinions. It is just opinions, and opinions are just what they are. But remember, God has a definition concerning your life, and his definition concerning your life is what matters the most, right? Capish? All right, let's move on to number 5, level of fulfillment. Number 5, level of fulfillment is what I call purpose fulfillment. Purpose fulfillment. At this level of fulfillment, see, fulfillment moves. It shifts from success to significance. It shifts from just achievement to the reason, like the significance of that achievement. You see, purpose is about living the life that God has ordained for you. Purpose is about living the life that aligns with God's will concerning you. Purpose drives focus. Purpose drives focus. In fact, I'll tell you that purpose is the divine blueprint of God concerning your life. The divine blueprint of God, understanding the divine blueprint of God concerning your life. For every electronic appliance that is made, there is a manual that accompanies that electronic appliance. So that manual tells you how to use that appliance. That manual tells you how to utilize it, how best to get the features, all right, to benefit from the features that that appliance carries. And if you really want to make good use of that appliance, you are not going to joke with the manual, because the manual tells you how. So when you understand your purpose in life, when you understand the reason for your being, the reason why you are here, when you know that, it helps to organize your life. Let me tell you, purpose drives focus. Purpose will choose your friends. Purpose will give you clarity. Purpose will give you direction and acceleration, because when you know where you are going, you don't just go there being afraid. You go there with speed. The road you have traveled before, you don't travel that road being afraid because you are afraid of where the destination will take you. No, you are confident, and because of that, you move faster. Purpose will help you survive and thrive through difficult seasons. So what do I mean by this? When you know what your true purpose is, it doesn't matter how difficult things are for you. It doesn't matter how difficult things are in your life. It doesn't matter how difficult things are working around you. You are focused. You know in your heart, you know in your heart of hearts that this is not the destination of your life, that this is just a part of the journey. And it doesn't matter what junction you get to in the journey, you will still reach your destination. So purpose strengthens you. Purpose tells you that you should keep pushing. Eventually you will get the result that you desire. Without purpose, even success will feel very empty. I'm telling you, without purpose, success will feel very empty. Let me tell you this for free. You were created on purpose for a purpose. You were created on purpose for a purpose. The fact that you are here on earth right now means that you were created on purpose. I know it's possible that you think that you were an accidental discharge and a product of out of wedlock, and because your father and mother did not really plan to give birth to you, and somehow you landed on the scenes, you felt that you were not part of the plan, initial plan of God. But listen to me, nothing happens to God by chance, and there are no coincidences with God. If God allowed you to step your foot here on earth, He really does have a purpose for you. He has a plan, He has a vision, He has a particular thing He wants you to achieve here on earth, and you were created on purpose for a purpose. Your calling is your divine assignment. Your calling is your purpose, and working in it brings super fulfillment, and that's what we call the purpose fulfillment. This fulfillment, money cannot buy it. This fulfillment transcends the level of just having a certificate. It transcends the level of achieving your goals. You walk in the confidence that you have a purpose. The Bible says that where there is no vision, the people behave like goats. Where there is no vision, where the purpose is not known, abuse is inevitable. This is why you have to ensure that your vision is intact, that your purpose is intact, that your reason for existence is intact. Life is meant to be lived by making indelible mark. Life is meant to be lived on purpose, and you are meant to live life on purpose. Don't live life like you just came here to watch other people become who they're supposed to be. Don't come live life as if you're just existing. Live life like you are living it, like you are part of what is happening here on earth. All right, make sure that you contribute your quota through the instrumentality of purpose. All right, so let's talk about number six. Number six level of fulfillment that you have to know about is what I call impact fulfillment. Now let me tell you, the difference between purpose and impact is great. Purpose is like potential, all right? Then impact is like the kinetic aspect of it. Purpose, you might have found out who you are meant to be, but at the level of impact, you are making a difference. So when I talk about impact, this level of fulfillment has to do with generational thinking. It has to do with influence across borders, all right? Influence on the in lives of so many other people. It has to do with mentorship. Because now, not only have you been able to identify your purpose, you are working in impact. You are changing the lives of people for good. You are pouring yourself into others. This level of fulfillment is a high level of fulfillment. In fact, I would say it is one of the highest levels of fulfillment when you are able to mentor others, when you're able to influence people's life choices, when you're able to influence the trajectory of people's lives. So, which means this person was supposed to end here in life, but when the person connected with you, the person went up. All right, the person went high up, the person became more than the person should have become simply because you are in their lives. That's impact. That's impact. That's what I'm talking about. So impact fulfillment is that one that helps you to become a generational thinker, a generational blessing. It helps you to influence lots of people. It helps you to impact lots of people. It helps you to mentor so many other people. It helps you to pour yourself into others. This At this point, you are showing others the way to go. All right. It is commonly said that young people have little wisdom and so much time, but older people have little time and so much wisdom. At this point, you need to start pouring yourself into another person. Let me tell you the truth. Fulfillment, real fulfillment comes when you are able to build your legacy, when you're able to build a life of impact. Personal success is one level, but a higher level is impactful significance. You are not just only impacting yourself, you're not only impacting your family members, but you're impacting the world at large. You're impacting an entire society. You're impacting an entire generation. It's not just about investing in yourself, but it's about investing in others and building something that outlives you. At this level of fulfillment, you are building systems, you are building structures, you are building mentality, all right, thinking pattern, thought processes that will outlive you. You are building a generation. You are recreating yourself in others. You are pouring what makes you you in others. And this is good. This is powerful. This is life. This is the reason for existence. Everyone who is alive must desire to come to this point where you are impacting generations, where a generation can say, oh, thank you, God, that we met somebody like this. Thank you, God, that we met somebody like Pastor Ifoma. And because we met her, our lives are better for it. Because we met her, we did not miss it in life. Because we met her, we are able to make better decisions that eventually gave us better destinations in life. Let me tell you, if you're out there watching me right now and you're not pouring yet into somebody and you are not mentoring the next generation, something is certainly wrong somewhere. It is at this level that you build something that truly outlives you. It's not just about you. When you are dead, what will people remember you for? Let me tell you, people will remember you for two things: the problems you caused or the problems you solved. You are to choose the one that they will remember you for. So I am telling you, impact fulfillment is everything. It is at this point you're able to raise godly children. It is at this point you're able to raise structures, ministries, churches, businesses that will outlive you, that the 10th generation will come up and they'll keep doing it, right? It is at this point you're able to write your books and put in knowledge into those books that will help the next generation to do better. It is at this point that you begin to start your mentoring classes where people, younger people come and they're able to bear better fruit. They're able to become something worthwhile. I want to challenge you today. May your impact echo in eternity. You didn't hear me, somebody. I said, may your impact echo in eternity. Your impact ought to echo in eternity. Life is not just about coming here and eating whatever you want and drinking whatever you want and all expressing all the joys in life. essence of life, is making an indelible mark in the lives of people and on the sands of time. I have vowed with my life that if there is something I must do on earth, it is to make an indelible mark in the lives of people and on the sands of time. And that is why every time I end Checkpoint, if you notice, the last thing I always say, for every episode of Checkpoint, we have over 150 videos right now. Every episode of Checkpoint, I always end it with keep making impact in the lives of people and on the sands of time, because that is the true essence of life. Impact fulfillment is way to go. It's the most important. It's essential. It is the essence of life. It is the reason why you are here. If you are here, you're not making impact, please wake up. If you are here and you're not making impact, I want to challenge you. Begin to live, because that is truly when you begin to live. Ask yourself the potent question: what am I leaving behind? What happens after I'm gone? What happens when I'm no longer here? This is a question you have to ask yourself. Start asking yourself that question now. Yes, you. Ask yourself that question now. If you've been joining us and you've been enjoying this video, please drop a comment for me in the comment section and I'll read it after this video. All right, so number 7 and the last level of fulfillment I'll be sharing with you, and I regard this as the highest level of fulfillment, is the fulfillment I call spiritual fulfillment. You might have not guessed I was coming here, right? Spiritual fulfillment. Now, this spiritual fulfillment is also known as divine intimacy. It is the point at which you are one with God. And the question you have to always ask yourself is this: am I one with God? Am I in alignment with what God wants for me? This is the highest level of fulfillment, and it is found in deep intimacy with God. It is found in the moments where you are able to align properly with God, when you're able to be with Him, when you're able to spend time with Him, when you're able to surrender to Him in deep intercession, with a deep prayer life, in worship, in revelational intimacy, in abiding in Him. At this point, you need to know your God. The Bible says that they that know their God shall be strong, and what will happen? They shall make exploits. Exploits is impossible in life until you know your God. Elijah came up one day and he said, in this country, in this city, there shall be no rain for 3.5 years. And I speak this on the premise of God before whom I stand. This is alacrity. It takes a level of intimacy with God to be able to make a proclamation like that and stand by it. Before God whom I stand, there shall be no rain. It takes a person who does not just know himself, but he knows that his word has become God's word. See, there are certain things happening in your life, happening in your destiny, happening in your marriage, happening in your ministry, happening in your family, happening in your business and in your career, and happening in your academics that you should not be happening in the first place. Why those things are happening is because you have not taken your cloak, you have not taken up your cross. You have not gotten to that place of divine intimacy with God where you can begin to declare things. Joshua was fighting a battle and he fought this battle and fought this battle. When a time came, he looked at the time. Time was gone. The night was coming, and he looked up and said, "The sun, stand still. Stay where you are." It takes a level of spiritual fulfillment, a level of spiritual intimacy with God for you to not just control things on the earth, but to look up into the elements, into the clouds, and command the sun to stay where it is. The Bible made us to understand that the sun stood still. Just imagine somebody's pausing life, as it were. Somebody's pausing time, as it were, until he could finish his business. You can pause time until you finish your exams. You can pause time until you're ready for that career promotion. You can pause time until you get whatever your heart desires. You need to understand that if there is a place for you to experience lack in, it is not in the area of spiritual fulfillment. Even if you lack at other levels, make sure that you're not lacking in this level, because this is the level that will give you peace. This is the level that will give you joy in the Holy Ghost. This is the level that will keep you strong and make you irresistible in life. This is the level that will give you the courage and the power and the efficacious ability to do what others cannot do. I want to charge you, every one of you watching me right now. If you do not have a personal relationship with God, I want you to make it good with God. I want you to reconnect back to God. I want you to have a personal relationship with Him. You know, many people believe that the reason why we have to get close to God is so that we can begin to walk in signs and wonders and do miracles here and there. But the Bible makes us to understand in the book of Mark chapter 3 verse 14 that when Jesus called the disciples, He called them for one purpose, that they might be with Him, that they will be with Him, and that they might preach. Preaching was a might situation. If you know what the word might means, it means probability. But He called them that they would be with Him. This is true fulfillment. This is true fulfillment. This fulfillment comes, and it is not based on circumstances. This fulfillment is based on your relationship, on your koinonia, on your fellowship with God. You need to know who your God is. There are many people who pray, shout, do a lot of acrobatics and gymnastics in church. That is not communion with God. That is not fellowship with God. Fellowship with God is in you knowing God and in God knowing you. The sons of Sceva were destroyed by the demons simply because they did not even know who they were in God. The demons said to them, Paul, we know. Jesus, we know. You guys, we don't know who you are. At the spirit realm, you are not recognizable. You cannot be seen. You are invisible. At the spirit realm, you have no authority. You have no power. You are like balloons, and we're going to destroy you. And they went ahead and made a mess of those 7 sons of Sceva. I'm telling you, spiritually, this world is not to be lived carnally. Let me say it again. This world that we have found ourselves is first spiritual, and therefore, if you are to thrive in this world, you must thrive on the basis of your spirituality. You must know God. You have to love God. You have to have a secret relationship. Not the one that you are worshiping God and you are carrying up your phone for a selfie moment. Not the one you are worshiping God and you are videoing yourself, or the one when you see camera, you begin to dramatize. That is not your spiritual life. Your real spiritual life happens in the secret place. It happens at the moment where people are not watching. It happens at the moment where people don't even recognize what you are doing. But then when you come out with power. See, private intercession will give you power for public manifestation. Private intercession will give you power for public intercession. I believe in my heart that you are able to go through the 7 levels of fulfillment and that they were a huge blessing to you. Let me know in the comment section which of these levels blessed you the most, and please do comment and comment. Let me know you are here. All right, and I'll be reading all your comments after this session. I'm really excited about your involvement and your participation. Please do well to share this video to everyone who needs it, and you will be thoroughly blessed. These are the few things I decided to share with you today. Until I come your way again, keep making a positive, indelible mark in the lives of people and on the sands of time. I love you so very much. Bye bye for now. Mwah. Everyone, I hope you are blessed by that message. All right, so I want you to just go ahead and support us. If you are led, go ahead and just sow into the account right on the screen. And I know that as you do that, God will bless you big time. Because of the seeds you are sowing, we'll be able to reach a wider audience on different platforms. So please do well to sow that seed, and God will bless you. Love you.